Well, thank you. A fascinating group of projects, each of which seem to me to hinge around the idea that you can actually encourage people to take control of their own lives up to a point. And I'd like to come back to the point about the Barangay. When were they started, and are they working well, or are you trying to reinvigorate them? Yeah.
So the project conceptualization actually started late last year,
Yeah.
and we are currently in the middle of the construction of the first two prototypes. So we have yet to see if it's going to be well
But
received.
when were the Barangay first started?
Oh wow! The barangay was actually derived from the word balangay, which is the boat that the first settlers of the Philippines used to come to the Philippines, and then the immediate community that was formed around the capacity of the holding capacity
Yeah.
of the boat was actually the birth of said barangay,
Right,
and then
right.
eventually it was just institutionalized by the local government as an official kind of structure.
So it's several hundred years old.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And were they working well on the whole, or were they declining?
Right now, I believe it is working very well because in the Philippines we have 7,600 islands, and to kind of manage that on an executive level, right, it's very difficult. So we needed localized forms of government to be able to administer immediate government services, and as well as control, and even as immediate as justice system, for example, for like small disagreements can be settled in the barangay center. So yes, I would say they are currently working well.
Yeah. And then you get into these sort of domestic things where, again, you're looking at something similar, but you're not looking at the community, you're looking at how you make the domestic work, and then how that can spread out into the community.
Yes. Hello. Yeah. Yes. I mean, basically, what we were proposing is a visionary proposal that would be applicable to any sort of users. But because we have this project, like from the client, and our project was residential, so we try to bringing what is absent in the city and what is absent basically in our society. As you probably know, we've been undergone a lot of social changes in Iran recently. So we're trying to look at it that way. So what we are missing and how we can propose a domestic lifestyle that would be more democratic and more open and flexible for the users, and creating the conversations between the residents. And yeah, so hopefully as a vision could be applicable to other projects as well.
Sure. But it's interesting that it's the household which is the sort of fundamental building block of some sort of democratic society.
Exactly, yeah. It's very inclusive, actually. We try to like design it in a way so each cell is representative of the different individuals from different backgrounds, and there's a purpose behind it. So there would be a unity between all the users, and opening up the possibilities of accepting each other differences.
Sure. And then you get to Bangkok, which I thought was fascinating, that you've got there, a city that's very dense,
Right.
that's grown up without any coordination of public space of any real sort. But there is public space. It's just called derelict space. And actually how you can unlock that seems to me to be very interesting. And of course quite different to doing it in Iran, where you're doing it as a private, within the private sphere. You're doing it very much in the public sphere.
Right.
And just tell us again how quickly it's unfolding. It seems to be happening quite fast.
I think because of the new Bangkok governor, who has the same kind of the mindset that want to get the citizen to be involved. So that's why I think from the prototype project at the beginning, it started to become like a city process and adopt as a policy.
Yeah.
So I think the challenge is how we're gonna change the way city working right now from many levels, and also to show the possibility to other stakeholders that they can be part of the process. So I think it's starting to unfold at the moment.
Yeah.
But the challenge is how to maintain it and how to make it feasible and more sustainable in the long term as well. Because without a business model, without take good care of this park, it would become abandoned again. I think this would be the challenge in the
And
future.
you're going to be dependent on voluntary labour to make it work, I guess.
I think at the moment we try to invite or engage the community to be
Yeah.
part of this kind of the management team with the local government team. So at least they can take it to be in charge in terms of organizing the activities, look after the simple tasks for the park. So that's why it's about to engage the neighbor to be part of the park from the beginning and also the management
Yeah.
maintenance.
Well, I think 4 fascinating projects in showing how you can unlock the efforts of a community to create something better out of what you have, not out of radical change, not out of making a huge new utopian community, but just understanding what's there and how it can be used better. I think really fascinating. So thank you very much for that.